Hi guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about this thing called zero waste. Now, how I got started on this journey was about June or July last year. I came across a TED Talk. I'm a big fan of TED Talks, and I'm always on it looking at like inspiring ideas. And last year I came upon a video by this woman, and her name is Bea Johnson, and she's so inspiring. She has 2 kids, a full-time job, and she's a sustainability expert, and she tackled a home, and she now has a book called Zero Waste Home. I will put her link to her video below because this really inspired me, and how we consume and how we have to rethink about what we consume, how we consume, do we really need that much, things like that. So I got really fascinated about that concept, and I researched everything I could about it. So from what I learned, I'd like to share a few things. So here, when they say zero waste, what it means is to live in a way or in a lifestyle that's in alignment with producing as little trash as possible. In fact, if we can produce zero trash, it's even better. And mainly the concern is plastics. If we can reduce plastics, even eliminate it from our life altogether, that would be the ideal scenario. But if we can't, we have to work with what we have and then start eliminating it from our life as slow as possible. Even if it's little baby steps every day, each action is worth it. And if you look at the big picture, if a lot of people are doing it, if millions of people just eliminate 1 coffee cup a day, I mean, think about how many millions of coffee cups you're gonna eliminate. So just little things like that. So it really got me thinking and really got me onto this whole I've always been an environmental advocate, and I'm a scuba diver, and even when I'm diving I see the plastic. So I've had firsthand experience where I'm diving and I see plastic in a coral reef and nets in a coral reef, and it's really, really disturbing. I'm all about being loving to the animals and all that stuff, and I actually rarely dive with a dive knife, except when I see that it's going to be a reef or a trash-filled environment. I like to keep a dive knife with me, just so when I see it, I can cut it with my knife and take it with me and bring it back up to the surface. Because you don't want to be seeing plastics, plastic bags, plastic bottles, things like that when you're diving. It's just not good. It's just not good to Mother Nature. So I'm really, really passionate about it. And now, especially now that I have kids, I want them to experience what I've seen. I want them to experience to go scuba diving. I want them to go see Africa and see the safari and see animals living in nature. So we have to be really mindful and conscious about how we take care of the planet. So in line with that, zero waste. What is zero waste? I told you it's an alignment of living in a way that you produce less trash. In fact, if you can go to zero trash, that would be ideal. What are the principles for this zero waste? So the first step is to refuse. To refuse anything that you don't need. For example, junk mail, plastic bags, anything that you can just, maybe put in your carry-on or put in your purse. You don't need an extra bag or your takeout bag. You can just, just carry the little box that they give you. You don't need to have the box inside a bag, just things like that. So you just refuse outright. If you're walking in the mall and they want to hand you a pamphlet, you just say nope. You're walking down the street, they want to give you a business card, you say nope. Or if you want to take someone else's business card, this is what I've been doing lately. So I just take a photo of the business card and then I enter in the number into my contacts. Or there are even some apps that will do it for you. So that's the first step, is just to refuse the things that you no longer need. The free pen at the hospital, nope, no thanks, don't need it. So that's the first principle. The second principle is to reduce. Now, going from a certain lifestyle that you're used to, start to question your buying patterns, start to question things that you actually consume, because they say about 40% of the things you actually buy you don't consume. That beautiful dress that you spend hundreds of dollars on is sitting in the back of your closet with the tags on. Come on, admit it. hey, I'm right there with you. That's why I am making some serious changes to my life, because we cannot keep going like this. Reduce, go into your kitchen, check out what you have in your pantry. I mean, do we really need to buy all those bottles or those plastic containers as part of packaging? Or can we go to a bulk store, or can we go to the bulk area of the grocery store and stock up on nuts, seeds, grains, rice, things like that? Do we really need to have it in plastic? This is my new thing. Or if you buy eggs in a carton, or not carton, sorry, in a plastic container, can you bring it back to the store and see if they could reuse it? Just little actions like that help. So second principle, reduce the actual things you consume. Ask yourself, do you really need it? If the answer is yes, then okay, is there another option of getting this package free? Just some things to think about. Now, the third principle is to reuse. Now, if those two things, to refuse and reduce, didn't come into play, now you actually brought home this plastic container, is there a way to reuse this plastic container? Can I use it as a storage bin? Can I use it, to keep pens in or whatever? Find a way to repurpose or reuse items in your house, including furniture. Do you really need brand new furniture? Or you can go to a secondhand store or one of those online groups that sell furniture, and most of the time they're actually in really good quality. They just got tired of it, or they just want a change of look or something like that. That's a good place to go look around. Next, if you haven't refused, reduced, or reused, then how can you recycle? Look at it. Look at the thing you're about to throw away and go, how can I recycle this? Is it recyclable, first of all? What are the recycle programs in my city? I mean, just things to be aware about. And then if you can't recycle it, can it rot? So this is like composting. All those vegetable peels, all the fruit peels, things like that. Is it something, can you repurpose it? Can you compost it? Composting is a whole nother beast in itself, which I admit it's hard. It's hard for urban dwellers. It's hard for me, and I'm surrounded by concrete. Where can I plant? Or if you live in a condo or an apartment, how can you compost? Well, there are ways, and I'm going to find links that I think represents it very well, and I'll put all those links below on how to refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot. So those are the 5 principles and how to incorporate it into your life. And here are some 5 ways I've adjusted that I really felt has helped me and has helped the environment since I discovered zero waste. So first and foremost, we all love our Starbucks coffee or coffee bean or whatever coffee you drink, but most of the time it comes like this. It comes in a cup with a plastic top and this little, do we really need this? Or this just keeps it from your hand from burning? I don't know. But anyway, this, or whether you get it iced, it's still a cup with a plastic on top and probably a straw. So these 2 things, I've decided to replace this and just carry this. It's my little Kleen Kanteen insulated container. They even have a smaller size for espresso or whatever. But what I like about this, it's insulated so you can keep your drink hot or cold. And it's got this little, spout. So if it's hot, you can get it a little bit at a time. This has helped me so much, whether I put coffee, tea, water, anything. This is so easy to carry around. I just put it in my bag and we're good to go. So this has really helped me. If you can find an alternative or something like that in your area, that would be really great. Even if you just do this thing, it's amazing. Next, another thing that's helped me is, you see these? Bad, 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 bad. I see this all the time when I'm diving and it drives me nuts. Absolutely nuts. These plastic straws you don't think about, they're so little and we don't even think about it anymore, because you go to a restaurant, automatic plastic straw. You go to Starbucks, automatic plastic straw. At least they don't put it in your drink. They give you they give you an opportunity to refuse the straw. But this is not a pretty sight when you're diving. It's really sad when you see a turtle nibbling on it, and it's real, and I've seen it. So you can replace this by getting some of these. These are metal straws, okay? You can get this on Amazon. You can get it in some stores. I'll put some links below on where you can get these, even with a Kleen Kanteen as well. So if you can replace this with this, that would be amazing. I know it's a habit that you have to form, because when you go out at night and you're sipping on your cocktails and you're loving that drink and the vodka, whatever you're drinking, think about that straw that you're using. And if you could use this, even better. If not, just opt for no straw. It'll still go down, you'll still drink it in your mouth, still go down your, esophagus and into your stomach, and you'll still get that alcohol buzz without the straw. Just a thought. Next, another thing is these. Take out plastic spoons and forks when you entertain, things like that. Yeah, this is not really good. This is not good at all. If you can replace it with something you already have in your house. I'm sure you guys have a spoon and fork in your house. And another thing is, instead of this, you can replace it with an actual napkin. So what I do is I just grab this, I wrap it in my napkin, along with my straw, okay, and I just put it in my bag. It's something so little. I think the hardest thing about this whole zero waste challenge, or this whole zero waste journey, is actually reminding myself to carry these things around. But half the time I already have these things in my house lying around, so let me just make use of it. So that's 1, 2, 3, number 4. I know we covered it, but if you're someone like me who likes to drink a lot of water and you're out and about for the day, instead of this, try getting one of these big water bottles. I take it with me. I travel with it. It's wonderful when I travel, when I do yoga, when I do Pilates, when I do exercise. I love this. So if you can have a water bottle, or sorry, instead of a water bottle, get one of these containers, whether it's glass or tin or whatever. It would really help the environment. And last but not least, this drives me crazy because I do see it underwater. And this is the one I'm talking about that gets stuck in the corals. Okay? This is so not a pretty sight when it's stuck in the corals. Like, imagine yourself next time you're at a beach and you're snorkeling. Think about this. Think about, what if you see this? Would that totally ruin the experience for you? But just, just be mindful. Instead of a plastic bag, you're at a grocery store and you just get 1 or 2 things, just say, hey, no thanks. I got my canvas bag with me here. Okay, and I got this at Fred Siegel. They were actually giving it away because I purchased something. So, a lot of these stores have these programs now where you can purchase canvas bags from the store, and you can bring your own, and they don't mind. So I've just been using my canvas bags when I go to the farmer's market, when I go to the grocery store, or even when I go shopping. Instead of getting that paper bag that they put your clothes in, I just say, hey, no thanks, let me just put it in my bag. So I always have this in my purse. So there you go, 5 things, or 6 things, or a few things. I hope that has been helpful, and I really want to inspire you to try to take on this journey of zero waste and being mindful and taking care of our planet and our environment, because it's the only home that we all have in common. We have 2 homes, the earth and your body, and we have to take care of both of them. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I'm so inspired by this zero waste lifestyle, so I will be posting weekly videos on doing certain swaps around the house, whether it's cleaning products, toilet products, things like that, toiletries, things like that that can help you. So just stay tuned. I hope you guys have a great day. And again, this is Teresa Herrera. All my links are below if you want to follow me. And if you have any tips, tricks, suggestions on any of the things we talked about, from reducing, reusing, refusing, recycling, and rotting, please, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your notes. Please comment below, and let's keep the conversation going, because this is something that we can really share with each other. Yeah, that's all for now. Peace out. Talk to you soon. Bye.